So this project is going to be about UV mapping. The idea with this is that you actually take another picture and wrap it around a 3D object in a particular way. So we're going to be using an icosphere, basically unwrapping the points in a particular way, and then setting up an image. So the basic idea is that we're going to create an icosphere. And if I go into Blender, delete that cube, add in a mesh, an icosphere. Let's do some more subdivisions. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Then when I go into edit mode, I'm going to take a particular loop around, and I'm going to mark that. Can I just do edge loop? No. Can I do edge ring? No. So I'm going to just basically select all the way around then. Not that one. All right. So once I have that selected all the way around, I'm going to mark that as a seam to unwrap it. So under Mesh, Edges, and Mark Seam is where that ends up being. It's up here, Mark Seam. So now that has been marked as a way to unwrap the whole object. So once I have this thing, what I need to do is I need to open up the UV image editor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split my screen, much in the same way I did with the Fox. Then down here, instead of a 3D view, I want the UV image editor. So this is going to be where it's going to be located. So now I need to select all of the points, all the vertices, and press U to unwrap it. So all of the points, U, unwrap. There we go. So these are all the points that are part of this sphere here. Now I need to actually put the image in, and I'm going to load that by opening it over here in this section. Go open it. I put that particular image on my desktop. There it is. So now what I need to do is position it such that these points match up with that image. You can use the same sort of commands as you can with the 3D image, so I can use G to grab it, R to rotate it, S to scale, and I'm going to do just the x-axis scaling. Scale it down a bit. So maybe I want to grab just these guys here. I apparently grabbed the wrong ones. There we go. Go ahead and select these, grab them, move them over. Anyway, you get the idea. Basically, I want to line these up in order to make the image match up. Something like that. Now, one thing to watch out for, it turns out this particular picture does not match up. There will be a place where, notice the darkness is on this side, and it's also on this side, so when I wrap it around, it will be on opposite sides of the Earth. So watch out for that. There may be a better image out there that does a better job, but this will get you the idea. Now at the moment, if I'm looking at the sphere, it looks like a gray sphere, which is exciting and all. If you go under here, you may not have known this before, but right now we're in solid mode. Wireframe mode, by the way, lets you look at all of the points without having the solid surfaces in between. Texture shows you the textured surface. Keep in mind you still have to worry about light, so the backside of the Earth behind the light is not going to show up as light. Okay, that's nice and all, but what about if I want to render this guy? It looks kind of gray. So what I need to do to make this occur is I need to actually create a material and a texture that goes with that. So this is the materials section. I need to go to the texture, add that in, And then out of this, instead of clouds, what I'm going to choose is an image or movie. Down here I want an image, which is going to be the same one. Look, it's an image. And then I have to worry about the coordinates I'm using. I don't want pre-generated ones. I want the UV mapping that I already have. By the way, you may be wondering, UV, where does that come from? Well, you have X, Y, and Z over here already. What are the two coordinate things over here? Well, it kind of ran out of letters, so this direction is the U direction, up and down is the V direction. So it's mapping points in the UV plane to points in the XYZ plane, hence UV mapping. So I'm going to take that particular mapping, so the UV coordinates, UV map, and then the projection. Ta-da! Now it renders. That's the basic idea with this particular project.